What's up, everybody? It's Rebel Racer again. Alright, so as most of you saw in an earlier video, I had a Zippo, but unfortunately the spring that's usually in it broke, and I had to get another one. Zoey, quiet. Dog. And my friend Rick gave me one, and it was a butane one, but unfortunately the thing in it didn't flick right, so I just took the flicker out of the other Zippo and put it into this one. So this is the one that my friend Rick gave me. As you can see, it's an Indian. So, got that. That's kind of cool. About this one too, here, it's see, it says Zippo on it. Get you on this light here too. As you can see, both are the same. Both work real well. I prefer Zippos to other lighters just because, you know, every time you hear something like that, you know what's coming. And some of the people around here smoke a lot, you know, so I always have one on me so I can just be like, I like that for you? Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm thinking about actually starting collecting them, actually. You know, see if there's antique shops or something that sells them, just like that, you know. Nothing too big, nothing too, you know, fancy, just, you know, get a collection, you know, set it on a shelf, and then every day you want to need one, just go pick one up and be like, you know, got it. You know, like, let's go. Today's all ready. That's just something I want to show you guys. The other thing too I wanted to get on to tonight is, I've been thinking about actually doing some music on the channel, singing some of the rock and roll songs or whatever, but I mean, I don't know if I will or not. That's just a thought to the channel. I mean, if some of you would like to see that, then okay. I mean, I ain't the best singer in the world or nothing like that, but I do like to sing. You know, I actually have never actually wrote very many full songs. I have written some songs that were fully written, and as I've spoken before, I have done many different styles. I have written some country, I have written some rock and roll, rockabilly, I have written some hip-hop even. I have even written some, you know, alternative kind of stuff. And I don't mean I wrote the music, I mean I wrote the lyrics to the music in the background, to the instrumental, to whatever the instrumental might have been. I have wrote lyrics to it. So, be that as it may. Also, most of you might not know this about me, I'm also into writing stories. I have a few in the works at this time. One of them is actually called The Dalton Boys. So we stop. It takes place back in 1956 among a gang of greasers, and it's kind of based off a little bit of The Outsiders, as well as Grease, and as well as The Wanderers, and as well as, you know, like Happy Days, sorta. It's all mixed in there. The characters all embody something from that movie. The main character is under the stress of growing up, so he's actually 14. He's telling you the story from his point of view. I was going to take the story in a different direction when I started writing it. I was taking all the characters and having them tell it from their point of view to his point of view to her point of view to, you know, this guy's point of view, this girl's point of view. I decided, no, that's just, it it would confuse everybody. It would confuse me, and I'm the writer. The thing about it is that the main character is telling, most of you that if you ever read this will finally figure out what my real name is if you don't already know. This character, though, in the story is very, very young. He is 14, a lot like Ponyboy. But the fact that he's 14 is the only resemblance to Ponyboy that he would even have. Besides the fact that he lives with his two older sisters. So living with older sister and a younger sister, and that he's 14, actually are the really only kind of resemblances he really will have to Ponyboy. His experience, though, the whole experience is universal. Falling in love, kids being 18 in the story are being drafted. One comes home, one doesn't. I mean, it just, the universal experiences of seeing things, especially in a past like 56, and seeing it through the eyes of a 14-year-old kid. Like guys, let's put this way. I was born in 91, so I grew up around in the 90s and 2000s. So I didn't really get to see, a lot of the, I was always very interested by Elvis and the hairstyle and, Grease and all. That's what led me to, being really a greaser, was, I mean, I will admit, I switched up my style, a lot in the past, because I just really didn't know, what I really needed to be. And when I finally came to realize what I really needed, I was, already grown up, and I think what it was the world around me kept telling me, you gotta be this, you gotta be that, you gotta be this, you gotta be that, and it's just like, you're sitting there going, a plethora of crap was going on. And as young people, we so desperately want to fit in that a lot of times pure pressure will win out in the end. And I know a lot of people would say, yeah, but, as a greaser, you stuck to your guns, you stuck, you didn't give a shit what people thought. Truth is, guys, I did care what people thought. That's why I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going or what was coming next. Now that I'm more growing and more, in tune to certain things, I have taken the liberty of saying, this is it, this is what I am, this is what I'm going to be, this is who I'm going to be. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't. I just don't anymore. I'm done listening to people tell me who I want to be and what I need to be. I'm done. Got that too now. Greaser. That's what I'll be until the day I die. Even if I lose my hair in the later years, I'll still be this. Because this right here is what it's all about. This right here. This is the lifestyle I want to lead and I want to follow. Most of you might look at me and say, man, I thought you've been a greaser all your life. Really? You think I was born a baby and had this perfect hair? No. But I am now. I may not have been the coolest guy in high school. I may not have been the toughest guy around. I may not even be the greatest looking guy in the world. I mean, face it. There is one thing that I have that a lot of people really don't have. What's that? Heart. Good heart. I got a big, good heart. I give second chances, and I look at things from a different angle than others will. And that's just me. One second. red pepper. If you have heart, that is one of the most important things you can ever obtain. That's the truth. All the way around. And I have that. I have that. Always have. Always will. So. As long as you have that, what do you need? Zoey, come here. Come here, Zoey. Come here, girl. She's not listening. Zoey, come here. Come here. There she is. There she is. Most of you guys might have seen her in some other videos. As it is, she is getting a lot bigger. As you can all pretty much really tell. She, by the size of her, yeah, by the size of her paws, you can tell she's gonna be big. So, look at the camera, Zoey. Look at the camera. Oh yeah. Ooh, good girl. Yeah. All right, Zoey. There we go. She's a little wild in the morning. And it's early in the morning too. Anyways, guys. So that's the video for today. No. So all you need to do is stay lit. And as always, stay greasy cats, stay sexy chicks. It's Rebel Racer.